Good morning, Packers fans. Happy Tuesday. Happy Victory Tuesday. Coming to you live here on the Cheesehead TV social channels with your Packers Daily Chat. I'm not going to lie, I'm dragging. I'm tired. I didn't get home until like 3:30, so I'll probably be a little bit low energy this morning. And fair warning, I have not watched the game again yet. Usually the day after the game, I like to talk to you guys having rewatched it, but I haven't had that opportunity yet. So any scheme stuff, any how did certain linemen play, blah, blah, blah. That'll have to wait till tomorrow or this afternoon when I talk to Andy Herman for Let's Talk Football. Make sure you tune in for that. Won't be live, but it'll go up this afternoon. And I'm sure at that point I'll have watched the game again and I can answer more specific stuff. But in the meantime, just good to talk to Packers fans after a victory, even though I've already seen whole smattering of negativity in the comments. And I guess Packers fans, if that's the way you got to be, it's the way you got to be. I get it. Now I understand not everybody fans the same, but Packers won. That's a good thing, right? I mean, W over L. That's just me. I'm just old school that way. I hear it. Big B is here. What's up, Big B? How you doing, Big B? Packers won, baby. 1-1. Let's go. Aiden, thanks for the super chat. A competent looking defense in the second half? Well, you heard Matt say that they changed their approach in the second half. It was clear they weren't making much happen by way of the four-man rush throughout the entirety of the first half. Again, I got to go back and watch it. But yeah, the defense showed up. I mean, obviously some of that was self-inflicted on Detroit's side, but look, that's what you want, right? You want a team that knows how to adjust. Now, how many times have we sat here on these internet streets and talked about a lack of adjustments, especially at halftime? The Packers certainly did that on the defensive side of the ball and seemed to really kind of clamp down on the Lions' approach, which was nice to see. No doubt about it. Patrick, good morning, buddy. Thanks for the super chat. The Pack is back. Curious on why EQ was activated. I know the common sentiment was that so he could play across from his brother. I'm not so sure that's the truth, but hopefully we'll get Matt on that this afternoon because I know he wasn't asked about it last night. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Like your good, bad, and the ugly. Here's mine. With the hood, we got with the good, we got Eric Stokes. With the bad, we got defensive backs playing off, and with the ugly, we got Joey Bosa. All fine choices there, definitely. Dave, thanks for the super chat. What do you think the biggest difference was between the defense in the first half and the second half? Go Pack, go! Carry the G. I mean, clearly, you're going to talk about execution, right? The approach was a little different in the sense of that it seemed like they got out of their shell a little bit more. They were playing up on earlier downs. But again, I got to go back and watch it. And I know that's not a fun answer, but I think, again, Detroit did kind of shoot themselves in the foot on a number of occasions. Loved the fact that the offense showed up and allowed the defense to pin their ears back a little bit. The interception is a perfect example of that. That's how this team is built. They're going to get the lead, and then the defense is going to get after it. That is how they're going to win their football games. It's going to be very rare when they have a defensive battle that they come out victorious on. This defense is built around the idea of the offense scoring points. Why did Corey hand the torch off for the second half of the podcast, Robin? Because Tyler was in town. They were shooting some content, and he thought, why not? And plus, he had guests downstairs, and he wanted to hang out with them. And I had a ball with Tyler in the second half. That was great. I think we're going to do more of that. Made me sad to see Jamal in the Lions uniform. Klondike, you are not joking. The real dagger to the heart was the pregame shots of him dancing in a Lions uni at Lambeau. Oof, that was tough. That was tough. People wake up and choose to be negative. I don't get it. I've said this before. I've got plenty of friends who that's how they fan, right? Like it's always about what didn't work, who played poorly, the frustrations, rather than enjoying the victory, etc. And hey, man, people fan how they're going to fan. It's not for me. It's not how I roll, but that's how some people are. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how they come to it, right? That's how they kind of embrace it. Maybe it's an extension of whatever frustrations they have in their life, and they take it out on the football team. And hey, it's mindless entertainment, right? You can choose to do with it what you want. I choose to enjoy and bask in the glow of victory. Your mileage may vary. Eric Witt, thanks for the super chat. Never get to catch Daily live, but driving back to Illinois after attending the home opener, is it too early to say we're going to run the table? Feels appropriate. 33 for 33 TDs this year. Just give the kid the ball, carry the G. All right, I would definitely slow your roll on run the table, but definitely give the ball to 33. I mean, I said it on Twitter last night. It is so blindingly obvious, so very apparent how everything flows through Aaron Jones in this offense. He makes everything easier. Everything works, whether it's run or pass, if it is at least flowing through him. And that's not to say you have to give him the ball on every play. It's not to say he's got to be the first read on every pass progression, etc. But when the offense is going through Aaron Jones, everything else opens up, as opposed to spreading it out, having Aaron Rodgers be playing hero ball, etc. Now, Aaron made some insane throws last night. The touchdown to Tonyan was absolute insanity, but that's not sustainable. You saw that one play. Aaron Rodgers had an incredible throw, cross his body. You know, he's drifting to his right. He sees Devontae, throws across his body for a big first down completion. It's great. It's awesome. We applaud it when it works, but it's not sustainable. You know, when they run things through Aaron Jones, that's the offense. And again, it's not, it's got to be that every play, but it is so apparent how he is the straw that stirs the drink. No question about it. And Eric, have a safe ride back to Illinois. Marshall, thanks for the super chat. 3 observations. 1, Stokes needs to start now, capital. 2, they ran the damn ball, like you said. 3, Kroles was amazing. Thanks for the suggestion. Marshall, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Man, I could go for a Butterburger right about now, I'll tell you that. But yeah, dude, that's awesome that you went to Kroles. They did run the ball. Stokes needs to start. Look, I think they kind of found something there with the 3 of them, with King and Stokes later on. I know they had the mix-up for the touchdown where Stokes kind of looked like he was staying on his man and they were supposed to switch, whatever. But I liked King and Stokes on the outside and Jair in the slot. I'm down for that. But I do think you'll see more Stokes as the year goes on. We've talked a lot about that. He's still a young player and he's going to take his lumps, but absolutely. Joan, what a game. Joe Barry needs to be fired. Don't be firing people after 2 games, especially after a game that saw his defense, really nut up in the second half. Let's just slow our roll here. Andrew, thanks for the super chat. Forgot who said it, but I did the 5-wide drinking game, took 5 shots plus beers. Thanks, Hackett. Oh, wow. Well, and you're here next morning to tell the tale, so that's good. Couldn't have been too terrible. Drink a Bloody Mary and you're on your way. Nicholas, thanks for the super chat. D. Campbell was everywhere last night. Thought he played well. Even on the play he got beat for the touchdown, he's in good position there. Probably got caught lead foot just a little bit off the snap of the ball. But I'm with you, man. He was absolutely, sideline to sideline, showing up against the run. I thought he played well. I thought he played better, obviously, this week than he did last. And that's all you can ask for. And hopefully that continues every week and a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, I'm with you there. Jonesy had a game last night. He most certainly did. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Was at the game, and it was loud. Sad to think it took LaFleur informing Barry he wasn't getting to the QB with 4 to finally adjust seemed obvious. I've been seeing a lot of people make hay about that quote from Matt last night. And look, that happens in every NFL locker room at every halftime. The coach, the defensive coordinator, talking. And why do you think Joe Barry is there? Why do you think he was hired? So that Matt can say these things and they get taken into account and those adjustments get made. This is the plan you have all week. Now let's confer, they've scored 17 points. What are the adjustments we want to make? This is what I want to do. I'm the head coach. I hired you. This is what I want. Now go do it. He does it. They win the game. This is a good thing. As opposed to Mike Pettin, who, yes, has forgotten more about defensive football than anyone in this chat will ever know. But who's to say what he was hearing and or taking from Matt LaFleur in regards to what the head coach wanted? We saw the miscommunication at the end of the first half of the NFC Championship game, which is exactly what LaFleur was trying to avoid with this hire. He wants a guy who's going to do as he's told, so to speak. I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. The hire of Barry is on Matt. It is Matt's handpicked dude for a reason. The adjustment that was made was good. That's a good thing. I just, people just got to find just everything to tear everything apart. I just don't get it. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Love Gary, but we saw Z's worth last night. Yeah, that's especially in the first half. I think Gary played better than the internet would have you believe, but you definitely saw how Z can impact a game just from the 18 snaps he played against New Orleans, the way he was around the quarterback. Again, you definitely saw Gary push the pocket a number of times. Didn't have a sack. Came close on that one, the ball that dropped out of Goff's hands. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, Gary had an awesome game. But, man, people just kind of destroying him on Twitter last night. People be crazy. But, yeah, Z is a very talented player. Go, Pat, go. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, my God, what a great game to be at, Nags. My first time, I had a dream come true. That's awesome. I'm so glad you were there. And you got to see in the elements in the second half and Lambeau in its glory, filled up, people cheering. Awesome flyover before kickoff. Great. Great that you were there, man. That's awesome. Adam, thanks for the super chat. Hey, Nags, currently staying in Appleton after going to the game last night. Any good breakfast options you would recommend? Go, Pack, go. Old school, back in the day, I would have said go to the Queen Bee, but Queen Bee is closed now. I'm trying to think. And Golden Basket is closed. Can't go there. It's tough. There's a spot on Wisconsin Avenue. The name is escaping me. But it's on the east side of Wisconsin. If you look up, I guess, diner or breakfast, Wisconsin Avenue, Appleton on Google, you'll probably find it. It's kind of near my parents' house. That's why I know about it. Michael, thanks for the super chat. I can't seem to find any Jermichael takes after last night. You know what's funny? Now, this is nuts, and this is probably not true at all, but I think that throw to Tunyon for the touchdown was him telling Jermichael to go F himself, because that is almost identical to a throw that he made to Jermichael for a touchdown back in the day. And the ear hole shot, like right there in rhythm. The defender's head is turned. So, as Aaron used to say, if I can see the back of their helmet, that means my guy is open. That throw was insanity. And there is a touchdown that Aaron threw to Jermichael, that looked almost like a carbon copy of it. It's not a throw that Aaron's made a ton in his later years. So I do think that was like the message. Like, I still got it, buddy. Talk about me not being dialed in. What's funny is Aaron even admitted last night post game on that throw, you can see Lazard is like cutting across the middle, screaming wide open. Probably walks in for a touchdown, but Rodgers was so hell bent on making that throw, he just lasers it in for a touchdown. So who cares? But it was kind of funny. I mean, Lazard is wide open on that play. What else we got? Steven. Thanks for the super chat. We have to get a consistent pass rush. Thanks for all the consistent coverage. You guys are awesome. See how the consistency theme is working in the super chat? Yes, they need a consistent pass rush. No, they did not get it last night. When is the trash can full of dirt going to play? That's what I want to know. But yes, they were definitely stymied last night when they were rushing forward in the first half. Stanley, thanks for the super chat. Please get Kenny Clark some help and go, Pack, go. There ain't no cavalry, people. They're going to have to improve from within. This is the Green Bay way. I hate to tell it to you, but I keep telling it to you. Patrick, thanks again. Love DC Hug 21. Where are the flag for head-to-head contact? Oh, you mean the hug of Stokes after the big fourth down stop? That was awesome. Definitely. Jared, thanks for the super chat. Can we confirm if Mike Smith is in concussion protocol? He fell out of his treehouse this summer. Brad, thanks for the super chat. Fun watch party, fun win. Think we see more Cobb? It sure sounded, now this is definitely reading between the lines time, but sure sounded like Aaron was a bit miffed that Cobb wasn't in the rotation early in the game, and certainly got him out there as the game progressed and got him a few looks, got him a few touches. I got to think as the season progresses, yes, we'll probably see more of Randall out there. Michael, Preston had a nice game. I agree. That's the thing, man. People talking about no pressure or you got to get home. And like Preston, I thought played well, especially in the first half, both against the run and putting pressure on the quarterback, collapsing the pocket. Doesn't always show up. Doesn't always show up in the stats. Doesn't always show up on ESPN or your Twitter highlights or whatever. But yeah, I'm with you. I thought he played pretty well. Kyle, thanks for the super chat. Do you think this season could finally get Goody to invest in the D line? Lancaster, Lowry don't cut it, and they can't be getting blown off the line. It seems like every year we have this discussion about Lancaster and Lowry, and I understand it. I understand them getting pushed around is frustrating, etc. But it also seems that every year they play themselves into a spot where they're actually playing pretty darn well together, and the defense hits their stride at the right time. I'm not saying I love it. I'm not saying like sign me up, but that seems to happen every year. So I'm assuming that they're going to keep mixing in Slayton. Hopefully they get Heflin up at some point, and they're just going to continue to build on the defensive side of the ball. And hopefully they're playing their best ball at the end of the year and not at the beginning of it, which is when you want it to happen. I mean, and Kenny falls into that category too. How many years have we seen Kenny kind of slow out of the gate? And then by December, he's absolutely owning it. And in the playoffs, he's playing his best ball. Do I want that? Is that how you draw it up? Is that what you're preaching? No, of course not. But it does happen seemingly every single season. So until I see otherwise, I'm assuming that's what's up. Overshadow, thanks for the super chat. Morning, Nags. Surprised to see how much Rivers and Garvin had. No, you got to rotate those guys. You got to keep legs fresh. You got to put, pressure on that offensive line with fresh legs and fresh bodies, waves of pass rushers, so to speak. And hello, the pressure from Garvin is what caused the interception. So, yeah, no, that didn't surprise me at all. And especially Rivers, I thought had a really nice camp. I think he has not played nearly as well in these first two games as he did this summer. But hopefully we'll see a little bit more wiggle out of him as the year goes on. Fred, thanks for the super chat. Last night was so obvious how this defense is built to play with a lead. Carry the motherfucking G. Fred, preaching to the choir here. Yep, I was talking about that earlier in the chat. 1,000,000,000%. Complementary football. The defense is there to complement the offense. Certainly not there to carry the team. What else we got? Brian, thanks for the super chat. Grease mentioned it seems like they'll try to play Stokes and King outside with Jair inside a la Jalen Ramsey. Thoughts? Also, Greasy's great on Monday Night Football. I'm going to reserve the word great for true greatness there. But, yes, I don't mind him nearly as much as I guess some people do. But, yeah, we talked a little bit about it before. I do think Jair playing inside is something we'll see more as the year goes on. I don't think it'll ever happen exclusively, obviously. I think he'll continue to basically man up against number one wideouts when that, presents itself. Obviously, these first 2 weeks hasn't been a true guy that he's needed to. But yeah, I think you'll see more of that as the year goes on. No doubt about it. Dylan, thanks for the super chat. Special teams no longer a blight on the land. It's like special teams are like that thing, that thing in the closet that is ready to jump and pounce on you at any moment. Like when you're a little kid and you see that crack in the door and you're like, wait, is that an eye? Is that a monster waiting to jump out and devour me? Just let's not look at the monster. Let's not wake it up. Let's just let it lie. But yeah, the punting was better last night. Gotta like it. Big Cheese, thanks for the super chat. Stokes looked decent last night. Thoughts? So many thoughts. Yeah, I thought he looked decent. Thought he also looked lost on occasion, but that's to be expected from a young player, right? The more he plays, the better he's going to get. And that's what it's all about. What else we got? Go Pack Go. Thanks for the super chat. Love that Rodgers said, we just needed to show people that we do care or something along those lines because I'm paraphrasing in his post-game presser. Yeah, and then I think it was Ryan followed up and asked, how much he was paying attention to the noise outside the building. Yeah, I mean, after the performance they had in week one, of course, the gumption is going to be questioned. Your attitude, all of that is going to be called into question with the lethargic, pathetic performance they put on tape in week one. But yeah, they definitely showed that they wanted it last night. There's no doubt about it. And Rodgers was in perfect Rodgers form at the podium last night. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day right here on Cheesehead TV. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We had 20,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers. Now on to 21,000. Please subscribe to the channel and be on the lookout for Let's Talk Football. That'll be up later this afternoon. Andy, Herman, and I will go over the proceedings last night and talk about what we saw. So stick around for that. And Patreon members, Patreon happy hour tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you there. And Packer Transplants will return tomorrow night. Carry the G with A.J. Dillon will either be Wednesday or Thursday. We're not quite sure yet. We're still working out with AJ's schedule due to the Monday night game. Things are a little bit thrown off, obviously, but it will happen later this week. So be sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day, and go Pack Go.